Today is September 24th, 2021. This is episode 166 of Maelstrom Radio. Maelstrom Radio. With your hosts, Gladys and Shitter. And welcome everybody to Maelstrom Radio. My name is Peter. With me, as always, is my good friend and co-host Quinton. Hey, how are you? It had a small glitch, but we're good.
It did. It's fixed now. I can see it.
Yeah. How are you?
I'm doing much better now that we're here.
Good.
How are you doing?
I'm well. I had a busy week at work, but it was a good week. And then I also have that lovely apple and honey flavored whiskey that I like so much. Because it's autumnal and it's fall and it's crisp here. And it's, I woke up and it was 47 degrees outside.
Still warm here. It's like 18. It's like 68. Something like that.
That's not bad. That's nice. That's still nice.
That's pretty good, yeah.
Yeah. Also with us, Team Whisker.
65
friend.
Apparently.
Team Whisker, fellow Team Whisker member, streamer and YouTuber Dejavudea. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you so much for having me.
Glad we could finally get this all together.
Yes.
I'm excited.
Me too. You guys have drinks. I feel like I should have brought a drink.
Oh,
I don't actually have a drink. I was not that prepared. I do have a raspberry lime. I have a raspberry lime bubbly water waiting for me after the show.
Oh, okay.
But it's over. Yeah.
Post-show drink.
Yeah,
post-show drink. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And a delicious sandwich too. So.
Oh, nice. What kind of sandwich?
A pork belly banh mi.
Oh my god.
That sounds so good.
It does. That's why I got one. Okay. Susan, you can't. Peter, you're gonna have to drink double for me to hydrate.
What? All right. Crack open.
Susan redeemed it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I gotta do it twice
later. So,
no, continue. I'm fine.
I don't have water with me. No, it's all in the other room.
Oh, no.
I'm sorry. I was running late. I had to go and put together everything fast.
It's okay. You're here. That's the important part.
I'm good. We're all set. Don't worry. I'll survive for the next while, and then I'll grab my water afterwards. Don't worry.
Maybe you can DoorDash it to your seat or something.
Get it.
I'll train the kitten to come get it.
Yeah, there you go.
Water.
Cat, go. Tell me how that works.
We have technical glitch. We all froze again.
Did we all freeze again? Oh boy.
Well, we froze and we lost.
Now's your time. Quinton, go. No, damn it.
Quick, run.
That was for you. You had the opportunity to go get it. And you didn't take it. You just
I'm not that fast.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well. Want to talk about the Mario movie or what we did this week? Your choice.
Speaking of bad things going on, there was a Nintendo Direct yesterday.
Listen, okay, that's my fault. Before we went live, I was like, so you guys gonna talk about the Mario movie or what?
Which we absolutely can and should, honestly.
It is literally the first note in our news.
Is it actually? Oh my god.
There was a Nintendo Direct yesterday, and we're still reeling about the upcoming animated feature, Super Mario Bros. The movie.
Can't wait.
Word for word.
I like that Keegan Michael Key is playing Toad, and that's like the most opposite person of a Toad. Like Toad is like, I'm Toad! Like, that's Toad. Toad is always screaming. Like, he's got high anxiety and high blood pressure. He's always screaming and shaking.
Jack Black, though.
Jack Black is
as Bowser.
Yeah.
Yeah, like incarnate, right? It's amazing. I'm so excited for that.
Jack Black is good. Some of the other casting choices are just kind of like, we'll see.
Can't wait.
And it has some pretty big shoes to fill coming after the last Super Mario Bros. Movie.
I would, at least
What was the last?
the first one was live action, and
yeah,
there's so much wrong with that one.
I feel like I totally missed that, and I guess it's a good thing, right?
The original one was 1993.
It's not terrible, but it's not. It's like it's bad good. It's bad good. Like
do you want to see the Goomba? Do you want to see the Goomba? Here's the
Goombas
picture.
are terrifying.
I sent it in Discord there.
No, stop it. That's not real.
I'm not joking.
That's real. That's for real. That's what. Yep. I'm old enough to remember going to see that movie in the theaters. Yeah, that's real. That is real. That is real.
Here's the Mario Bros. Also, not kidding. Not kidding.
John Leguizamo played Luigi. It was great.
Why does Luigi look like he's 7 and Mario looks like he's 42? Which I guess Mario would be like 42, but Luigi looks like a child.
Yeah, that was young John Leguizamo. Yeah, so it was probably early, like mid-20s John Leguizamo. So
the bar is set low, is what you're telling me.
I mean, I'm sure the animation will be fantastic. I think the look of the movie will be better than the look of that movie for sure. Mm-hmm. So. I mean, there was one point where there was a dance scene in the original Super Mario Brothers movie. So,
what kind of dance?
Everybody got on the floor and walked the dinosaur. So,
wait, wasn't Yoshi in the movie?
Yoshi was in the movie. Yoshi was a small babby raptor the size of probably Poe, my dog.
Oh.
Yeah, it looks a little bigger. Yep.
Yeah.
Oh wait, are you gonna show me a picture of that too?
I mean,
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I'm letting chat come along with this ride as well. This is
oh god.
This is a whole adventure we're going on here.
This is so cursed.
Yeah, I like that Charlie Day is playing Luigi, but to me, I don't like. In my head, I hear Charlie Day, and I don't think he can do Luigi's voice because Luigi's voice is like, Mario. Like that's Luigi's voice to me.
Yeah, and like, are they gonna have the Italian accents, or is that not gonna be a thing?
I don't know. Like, if they give them I would think that they would give them the Italian accents or a New York. I don't know if they're gonna go like the.
Oh my god, yeah.
New York accent, because Charles Martinet is in the movie, and we don't know. Like, he's like, oh, he's playing special characters. I'm like, what's a special character? My hope is that Wario and Waluigi show up, and then Charles Martinet plays.
Oh,
those
Waluigi
two.
has to be in there.
Yeah,
that would be too good. They left him out of Smash, so
leave him out of Smash, put him in the movie.
There you go.
So,
I'm a little bit worried with Chris Pratt being the
Mario.
Like there's absolutely no way that I can see this ending well.
No,
dude,
I mean,
I have like no concept of actors and actresses, so I was talking to my partner about it. I'm like, did you see that Ben Platt is Mario? And he's like, no, that's not
Benjamin Platt.
Actually, I might have preferred that. I
think that could go well.
I honestly probably would have preferred Benjamin Platt. I mean, the guy, the actor who played Mario in the original movie was actually an Oscar award winning actor who played Mario.
Really?
In the original movie, and his honestly, his depiction of Mario, like a live action Mario, wasn't bad. It wasn't the movie, like the acting was bad because you had really good actors. The plot and the script was terrible, and it was like Ball tricked people into a movie and they made it. But again, it's one of those things where it's like it's so bad it's good in a way.
Yeah.
Like it's like, oh boy, this is so like I'm like, this has nothing to do with Super Mario and everything to do with how people think video games are. So yeah. No, that's anybody remember the Monster Hunter movie that came out this year or last year?
I haven't seen it.
No, I haven't seen it.
Yeah. So that we can all thank Mario for probably spawning all those.
I see.
I see.
Not Sonic.
Sonic they fixed, and it's getting a sequel. I mean, Sonic did well. So, I mean, because all the internet was like, don't put that whatever that is on my screen.
Put that thing back where it came from, or so help me.
I wish I had that drop, but if I did, Disney would sue me.
Yeah,
That's true. Yeah. Unfortunately, that would have been a soundboard clip that I would have approved.
I know, but
great.
Disney would sue me.
You know what might actually be the start of all these video game movies, like starting to come out and becoming more popular? It might be Detective Pikachu.
maybe.
Maybe.
Like in terms of like it did well, so they were like, maybe video game movies should be a thing. Because we know that it wasn't Resident Evil.
Yeah.
Wait, what was wrong with Resident Evil?
Nothing,
What
really. There really wasn't anything wrong with Resident Evil. I feel like it's a zombie movie, so you can't really go wrong with it.
Yeah.
It really was just more of like, I guess.
I mean, do you remember the
very
voice acting?
Formula, very static. Like it wasn't a whole lot of.
I mean, do you remember the voice acting? Oh no, he didn't need to because the voice acting in Resident Evil 1 was better. Like the movie was better than the acting in Resident Evil 1, the game.
Oh. Yeah, just air the cutscenes. Easy.
Yeah.
There you go. It's a movie now.
You were almost a Jill sandwich.
We have the whole Marvel Cinematic Universe. Now we need to have the Final Fantasy Cinematic Universe just for 14's cutscenes.
No. Hold on. No.
It still outstrips the whole MCU.
They tried that once before, and it cost them a lot of money, and it almost bankrupted the company. So.
Wait, with Advent Children? Are you talking about Advent Children?
No, Spirits Within.
Oh.
I liked
that predated Advent Children.
It did, and it still cost them a lot of money. They built a whole studio just to make it.
Worth it. It was so worth it.
They've done 3 movies at least.
Advent Children was good. Kingsglaive was also. I think if they stick to actually making Final Fantasy movies, it's not so terrible.
True. That's what I said. But I'm talking like just 14 cutscenes. Like there's over 120 hours. They could literally whole cinematic universe just with 14 cutscenes.
That's true.
Yeah,
you are right. We could do that.
Yeah. Isn't there going to be a Final Fantasy 14 series on Netflix? I'm not sure,
Yes.
Susan. I know that they've done like inspired ones, like Dad of Light.
yes.
No, there
I watched
is.
that.
Are they going to do another one?
It's going to be about like adventurers inside Eorzea. I don't know if it's going to follow the storyline that we're following, but it is going to be like adventurers inside Eorzea.
Let's get side story. The Adventures of Sid.
Oh god, Biggs and Wedge though, that would be great.
Yes, the Adventures of Biggs and Wedge.
I would love that. I would love the Adventures of Biggs and Wedge. I would also love a movie where Sid and Nero have to figure out their way, like put their petty squabbles aside to figure out their way out of things every episode.
And then they get married?
No, I don't know if they'll get married because they're more like. I'm gonna agree with Anonymous and say they're more like they're like an ex couple that still have to like work with each other.
You're talking Sid and Nero though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Sid and I ship them.
Yeah, I think they're like more like a post couple, and they're just like they have to still work. Like so, there's more comedic value in that.
Enemies to friends that tolerate each other instead of enemies to lovers.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
Well, the other one that would be really interesting is the daily life of Lylira, and not reveal through the entire show who she actually is until the finale.
Oh my god.
Because no one who knows Final Fantasy 14, like everyone who's not familiar with it, would just be like, this is an interesting like daily life of character who's going to go around and stalk people doing common things.
Mm-hmm.
And then at the end, it's like, oh, hey, look.
I would also like, now hear me out. What about a detective show starring Hildebrand, and every episode was like the professional gentleman. How do you not know Natesing on that? Don't Nates it. So good.
No. It doesn't follow Hildebrand because that would be too easy. It has to be from a character watching Hildebrand through a
weird, creepy Lalafell that follows Nashu around.
No. I was gonna say, shit, was it Briardian?
Oh, the smart one, the smart one that got his own storyline in Heavensward, but everybody hated it until they forced him to put Hildebrand back in.
But I want it to be the stories of Hildebrand, but as seen through his eyes. So we get all of the snarky commentary of actually seeing Hildebrand do all of his stupid things, but with the snarky Elezen background.
That would honestly probably be. Yep.
Actually, that would be actually really good because then he's always like, is he secretly a genius? And then Hildebrand's like got a bomb flying in his face. He's like, nope.
Yeah.
Nope.
Exactly.
Square Enix, contact us.
Yeah. It's on Twitter. This is it, boys.
That's it.
Maelstrom
Radio
here.
to the moon.
Do not steal. Copyright. Do not steal.
The Scholasticate. That's what we'll call the show. The Scholasticate. Scholasticate.
Yeah.
It sounds fancy enough that it could be like a completely serious show, and then we put Hildebrand in it.
Very serious lore only.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Only
just wait until Gilgamesh shows.
God, Gilgamesh. What a good.
Oh, hey, Greg.
I'm Greg. How did you know that was Greg? Oh my god. That's incredible. That is Greg.
Greg.
Oh, Greg. That's still
why I love our server.
One of the best things in the whole world is that scene still to me. Just one of the best things. Hey, we should use nicknames because we're new meeting each other and nicknames make things easier. You're right. You can call me Gil. You got that right, Greg. I can just instantly shut him down and called him something else.
Wait, do you guys like have my stream and I have this whole inside joke about how we call Gilgamesh Greg because one of my like in real life best friends' name is Greg and I couldn't say Gilgamesh when I first started reading it.
Do you not know?
That's so weird. That's what I thought you guys were referencing because you like watched a clip or something. Oh, that's really weird.
No, because in game, Hildebrand references Gilgamesh. I calls Gilgamesh Greg because he also can't pronounce it.
Okay, well that makes sense.
Or,
yes.
He couldn't pronounce
nicknames.
Gilgamesh, and he said, and so Gilgamesh suggested you just call me Gil, and he'll
So
all
he
call
called him
All right, Greg.
And it says, "All right, Greg."
Greg's pretty good though.
Wow, that's funny that you also independently had that.
I haven't had that.
Yep,
It just fits so well.
Yeah,
that's Greg.
can't.
But I also like this. Tabriki in chat, and I apologize if I'm mispronouncing your name. Please correct me. It's called Inspector Gadget.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
Oh my gosh.
This is basically it.
Yeah. So wait, is Nashu Penny and is Gilgamesh the dog?
No, Nashu's the dog. Gilgamesh is Inspector
Nashu's
Gadget.
the dog?
Nashu's the dog.
Oh, okay. Oh well.
Isn't there like a nephew?
Niece.
Niece
the
nephew?
Penny is the niece.
Penny's the niece. There was a dog.
I feel like that reporter would be Penny.
Someone's Penny.
You're right.
What's Nashu then?
Yeah.
Is Nashu still the dog?
The dog.
Nashu's getting real short end of the stick.
Just the cat. She gets
Oh,
into
boy.
trouble. Yeah, it's kind of
I normally we talk about our week and we skipped right into the Mario movie because that's a horrendous thing. And now we're on Gilgamesh. Honestly, the only thing I want to tell you about my week that currently sitting in my freezer is the Kraft macaroni and cheese flavored ice cream.
No freaking way. Oh my god, where did you get that?
So I do it's a shameless plug. I do another podcast called Sound Bites, and it's a short form snack podcast where we rate snacks. And Susan is also the producer for that show. And sometimes we see their snack drops, right? Like companies will be like snack drop. There's gonna be like a weird snack, and I saw the ice cream. And I was like, I need to try this. Like this needs to be on our short form thing. I need to get a pint of this and try it. Apparently, they don't let you buy just a pint of that ice cream. They made Susan buy 5 pints of ice cream. So there's 4 other flavors.
That's fine.
Now the other flavors, the normal flavor. Well, they're not normal. Some of them are normal. So one is Earl Grey tea, which I'm curious of trying.
Well, that sounds delicious. I've had tea ice cream before.
Susan says "made me" in quotations. Whoops. One is honeycomb. One is a peanut butter and brownie brittle ice cream.
Oh my
None of these are sounding weird so far.
No, well, the Earl Grey is probably the one that's probably the most like.
That's not weird at all. That sounds good.
I haven't had an Earl Grey tea, so to me, and then
Come to California. We've got lots of weird ice creams.
And then the other one is the Sicilian pistachio, but I believe Susan got that for herself because she's a big pistachio fan. I'm a peanut butter boy, so I'll eat the peanut butter one all day. The Kraft macaroni and cheese is really the one that's like anything after, like nothing's weird after you say Kraft macaroni and cheese ice cream. Like nothing is weird. I'm excited. Like I'm like if it tastes like macaroni and cheese, like they nailed it. If it doesn't, then they didn't do a good job. I have a feeling it will taste just like that. So, I mean, that's where I'm at. Also, I'm in like step 6 of my bow weapon, by the way, because we didn't.
Nice.
Yeah, I got a 510 weapon.
Which one are you doing?
Dark Knight.
Nice.
Yeah.
I still haven't stepped foot in there. I refuse. So.
Why? It's fun.
It is fun. I agree. It's better than Eureka.
He keeps trying to convince me to go into there. I'm like, I'll just farm my tomestones for right now.
Actually
good.
It's actually fun. It is actually fun.
Even the story is really good.
Yeah,
that's pretty much what kept me was the story.
Yeah, same. The story's worth playing. Like, even if you just go in to play through the story, not even worry about the weapon, the story is worth it alone. It's actually very interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah, but I have to do the grinding still to get the story.
The grind is not that bad. It's not Eureka. I will promise you that it is not Eureka. Like Eureka was,
and it's really fast. Yeah, and if you take a level 71 class in there, oh my god, you'll get to 80. That's how I got like 5 of my classes to 80. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
So that's what we'll have to do. Maybe is we'll have to go in there and grind your classes up to 80.
Yep. Oh, my classes?
Someone who has no alts apart from one Dark Knight.
Yeah, I have alts. They're just not.
Even Susan has more 80 characters than you.
Yeah, but she likes dressing up.
Don't we all?
Well,
Glamour
it's a true endgame.
Is it?
Yeah. I actually need to get it. I'm looking for a new glamour right now because I just came back more or less recently, and but the problem is I can't find a look for my character yet because my character is this big, and in a few months it's going to be this big.
Yeah.
Oh, you're gonna have a bunny boy?
Oh yeah.
Oh my god, I can't wait.
I have my bunny boy already, so
oh my god, I'm so excited
for this.
Speaking of Square Enix, they'll be at the Tokyo Game Show, and there will be an English translation. I'm actually excited about Yoshi P's. Like they're doing Yoshi P and someone else are doing a talk about like the importance of RPGs, and I'm actually interested in that discussion. Like I like the last time I heard him do like just a talk about like not Final Fantasy 14, but like was at the like Game Development Awards when it was after A Realm Reborn launched, and he went back and talked about developing it, saving an MMO, and like the key things to look at and stuff like that. It was, if you've never seen that speech and like what he talked about, I think they awarded him like Director of the Year or something. Like they honored him for save. Yeah, it's very old. It's 8 years old now, but go find it. It's super interesting and like some of the things he says. And what?
Like 8 years. That's pretty old.
Yeah, no, it is old, but he talks about like, not giving up on your community and like listening to he's like be very humble with your players and the customers that you listen to them, and it's a very good listen. Like I'm a nerd for like MMO discussions and how people think. Like I listened to the director for SWTOR do a whole thing about like how MMOs have switched focus to like a more of single player story path, but and they can focus on that to make the stories better for the long run, but also make it so that they can focus on other like ways to have people interact with each other. So it's it's.
Do you think that's on YouTube? That speech.
It should be. If I will find it after our show, and I'll put it in. We'll make sure it's in the notes for this episode as well. So, yes, and Susan's right. I listen to a lot of stuff about Pantheon: Rise of the Fallen because I like listening to how they're developing a MMO from scratch. It's all over the internet, and I just wanted to say congratulations to our friend Chili from Underground Radio, who will be part of the Final Fantasy 14 media tour for Endwalker. Congratulations to Chili. Please share with us all the information.
Also, to go back to your plug, if you're interested in sound bites, or you were hearing about sound bites before, and the whole concept of listening to people talk about food doesn't catch your interest, this is also the side secret project of learning more about Chili, who is also a fellow Team Whiskers member. So if you're either interested in food or you want to learn secrets about Chili, sound bites.
That's very.
And I'm
true.
not involved at all in this. I'm just informing.
It's really a secret podcast where we rate snacks quickly, but then Chili tells us something that seems very mundane to him, but is extraordinary to all of us. So
very interesting news.
Mm-hmm. It's really just Chili Secrets revealed, but disguised as a snack podcast.
Behind the scenes, BTS.
Yeah. And of course, speaking of Chili, we made a bet with Moo Go Around. So they announced it on their podcast already. So we're going to announce it here as well. So people are aware. I bet Chili that, and Deja, so you understand, Chili does not have flying unlocked in most of Final Fantasy XIV. So, and the only places he has it unlocked, he's paid for job skips so he can level them faster. That's the only place. So he doesn't have Stormblood unlocked, and he won't have Endwalker unlocked. So the bet is by the end of this year, if he can unlock flying in Stormblood and Endwalker by year's end, I will Fantasia to a Lalafell for 1 week and make sure that 2 streams on the Maelstrom Radio channel happen. So and one of them being Chili gets to create my Lalafell. And if Chili if Chili fails to do this, Chili gets forced to be a bunny boy for a week. So
so hard. Life is those are high stakes. I mean, if he can make the Lalafell, then it's like a big thing. But I don't know. So being a bunny boy doesn't sound too bad to me.
Oh, he does not want that.
What?
He doesn't. He actually doesn't. Yeah, he's very pro Lalafell.
Yeah, Chili's pro Lalafell. He's also pro Goblet. Like he doesn't like any other like housing ward than the Goblet. So,
interesting.
Yeah. Again, like I said, mundane things happen. Like Chili's a very mundane, like run of the mill, like low key.
Until you start hearing some of the secrets.
Until you hear the secrets, and then I wouldn't be like, I'm telling you, one day we're just gonna hear that Chili's shocked. Like Chili's like, I was in a movie, and like never, it was never like, just like I had a walk on thing for a movie, and just like it wasn't a big deal to him. Letter from the producer live. 67 is scheduled for Friday, November 5th, 2021 at 7 p.m. I can't say for sure if we will be following that one yet or not. So pay attention to our streams, and we're let discussing. You know. So yeah. But I think that is, hopefully we'll find out more about like the island sanctuaries in that one. I would like to hear about that. So, and I'm sure we'll hear about fishing, everybody's favorite thing. And then Final Fantasy XIV letter from the producer live 66 happened, and it was over 7 hours long. I know because we did it live and we were not expecting it. Remember the day before where they're testing the stream and they're like, it's going to be 4 hours. Like it's going to be a 4-hour thing. 6 hours later. It was
just over 6. Yeah.
That's crazy. Yeah, my free company and I were actually watching it together, and we zoned out about like an hour in, and we're like, yeah, we're done. Like we just. No, go ahead.
No, just continue.
I don't even remember what I was gonna say.
What about your free company zoning out?
Yeah, we just zoned out. We were like, oh no, that's it. We're good. We there were too many numbers.
That sounds right.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
About an hour in or so, we Susan or Chili found that one of our other community members, Tibia and Salts, had just recently achieved affiliate on his Twitch channel. So he had gone to bed because he had a long day and he was in the UK, and that was pretty late. So a bunch of us just went in the middle of the night while he was sleeping and subscribed to his channel and gave him a bunch of bits and got a level 5 hype train going while he was offline.
Oh my god.
All of that got recorded on our stream, and he went and watched that later, but it was about a good hour into the stream as well. It was just suddenly we're all just talking, like we completely ignored the stream for a while and just was like rating his channel and talking about him.
Yeah.
My god.
He was very nice. He's cool.
Yep. So since you didn't really watch the live letter, but did you go back and like check anything out, any job video or anything like that?
Yeah. We watched all the job like skill previews and stuff. That was nice. I'm very excited for the totem with White Mage. It looks like that's gonna be so good.
Finally,
I still want it to be, if you're standing in that, it doubles the holy damage.
Wait, is that a real thing or is that just speculation?
I don't think it's either. It's just what I really want.
What he really, really wants.
We need holy too.
You're right. You're right. We really do. We need more damage as White Mage is.
So what was your favorite part?
Chili also.
Oh, wait, Chili again?
Sorry.
Oh, it's going. No, go back. I want to hear more about Chili.
I know. I was just gonna say that Chili also, his idea for White Mage is the upgrade to Glare is called Stare, and it's just a channeled cast, just constant damage. Great, it's a good idea, right?
It gives you
we
the
spam
buff.
it anyway. Might as well just be channeled at this point.
It's right. You're right.
Can it cause a buff?
Oh yeah.
Can it cause a buff called Don't Blink?
Oh my god. I hate that.
We have the wings. We already have the wings, and we have stone.
I mean, what's next?
You're gonna be super shy.
The angels.
I know. I know.
Come on.
Well.
So are you maining White Mage then for Endwalker?
That is a good question. I made White Mage for a really long time, and then I kind of got bored, so I went to Astro for a little bit. And back in the day when I did Savage content, I duoed with a White Mage. So they were like, "You can't be White Mage anymore. You gotta do something else." So I eventually went Astro. But then when I wasn't in Savage anymore, I was like, I don't want to do this anymore. I want to heckin' dance. So I went Dancer. But I don't know what I'm gonna do, honestly, for Endwalker. What about you guys? What are you guys gonna be maining?
For me, I know the story. I'm gonna do White Mage because my White Mage is 80, and that's been my main since Heavensward. Dancer will probably be one of the first DPS classes that I get up, but I am very interested in seeing how Sage plays. Because Sage looks like, especially a lot of the abilities are damage with heal associated with it, and that's a style of play that I really enjoy. I really would like to do Blood Mage was something that I really thought was a really cool concept from Vanguard, and there's a few other games that have similar concepts. So I'm hoping that Sage kind of plays similarly, and I'm excited to try that out. I want to try Reaper too, but I think Dancer and White Mage or Sage are probably going to be my main ones. Peter, I know, is probably going to be Dark Knight.
It's going to be Dark Knight, yeah.
I'm seeing a trend. You know, I just got here, but I'm seeing a trend.
Well. Yeah.
Wait, is there like more to this? You guys like so tired. You're like, yes.
Peter was a paladin and then switched to Dark Knight and never looked back. I was a bard, then I switched to White Mage, haven't looked back.
Well,
because I needed to heal him.
So when Dark Knight first came out, it played really well, and then Stormblood happened. It was and then like Endwalker happened. It did not do. Yeah. It was not good. Now a lot of people like not to get too deep into like what I like my job theory, but like a lot of people are like, oh, Dark Knight didn't look great. I'm like, I'm okay if it doesn't look flashy because it's already a flashy class. I just need it to play well. Like it just needs to feel good again. That's all
it just needs to. Yeah. So. Yeah, seriously. And if you're having fun with it, you fly your Dark Knight flag high, bud.
Yeah. To me, they made it flashy in Shadowbringers, and honestly, it didn't feel great. And like a lot of these other classes, like they're all like, oh, everything's gonna be flashy. I'm like, good. Make me mundane. That's fine. I'm okay with it. That's no. You all will suffer.
You just want another little like clone thing.
No, I don't.
You want another
shadow person. Right,
yeah. We need more emotions to come out.
Oh my god.
Like that Pixar movie?
So who's up next? Sadness?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Just cries on people.
Hate it.
White Mage.
Yep.
We have Fluid Aura that pushes people back.
Welcome to Final Fantasy XIV, an allegory for not dealing with your emotions.
Yeah. I mean, hey, it's 2021. We're here.
Yeah. You don't need to talk about your feelings. You just need to bury them in the raids.
Just play an MMORPG, Final Fantasy XIV. Did you hear it's free up through the first expansion, Heavensward?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I really hope that they include Stormblood soon so we can have like a complete rehash of that meme.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Rewrite. Let's go. Just more words.
Yeah. New
up to level 70 includes the award-winning expansions Heavensward and Stormblood.
Fresh meme 2022. Well,
Did we do it? We finally did it?
We did it. I know what we needed to do.
We did it.
We need to do.
We completed the news segment.
We did.
Woo!
Which means we get to say, Deja.
Yeah.
Welcome to Maelstrom Radio. Would you like to tell us how you got your start here on Twitch?
How did I get my start on Twitch? I actually was a YouTuber for like over a decade. So I did that for a very, very long time. And I lost my job back in like 2018, I think. I worked as a paralegal. Very, very fun stuff. Real estate law, not really at all. Actually, it was very boring and I did not like it. But you know, everything happens for a reason. I got let go and I was like, you know what? I've had YouTube for a decade. I had about like 33,000 subscribers. I was like, what if I did streaming for full time? And I was really lucky because I was living with my parents. So I was able to like not have to pay rent. And I started streaming on Twitch.
Oh.
When you started, you didn't have the whole Vtuber piece at that point, right?
That's correct. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
I was totally on camera.
So what made you decide to switch over to the VTuber model, and how's that kind of been going for you?
Anna, do you want to know the truth? I switched over because I switched initially because I didn't want to do my hair and makeup every time when I got on camera to stream. So I was like, you know, some days I'm just gonna have this little model, and I made it myself. I got like all the components from different artists and stuff, but basically how the program works with the model is like you have to smush together a whole bunch of artist work and like make your own creation into a custom model. So that's what I did, and I saved a bunch of money that way too, and I just learned how to use this whole new program, and now I'm a virtual YouTuber, VTuber, Twitcher.
Nice.
I'm sorry, I'm curious.
So am that.
In chat, there says then the VTube model incident happened.
Oh, what?
Is there a story here?
Is there an incident?
It depends who said it.
To Bricky?
To Bricky in chat.
Incident. Adi, what are you talking about?
There's an
What they're talking about? I don't know.
Mischief Not Managed says, and it works. It's super cute. Which
thank you, Mischief.
Wait, which incident?
Called out, just like
I don't know. I don't know what they're talking about.
I think Mischief not Managed says the hands? Question mark.
Oh, the hands. I don't have them plugged in. Hang on.
Oh no! Oh, there we go.
I don't have them plugged in.
So I have a special device that registers my hands, but sometimes I'll just be playing, and then like something like this will happen. Hang on. Now it's not going to do it. We'll just have to start.
When you try it doesn't happen.
And then like sometimes it'll just like go through my head.
Okay.
And I'll do like one of these.
Yeah.
It's trying to dab.
Yeah.
Yeah, dab on him. It's great.
Yeah. Yeah. I think maybe that's what they mean.
Well, yeah, dabbing is when you put your whole hand through your head.
Yeah, just right through your shoulder. I can do this.
Yeah.
But yeah, so since I made my own model and stuff, it was a lot easier, and I can edit it myself, and I make like custom. Here, hang on, let me show you.
Yeah, I've seen a few of the things that you have on your stream. Yeah, you have a whole bunch of different shirts and different like. You have a couple like not sub.
Whoa.
But
nice.
yeah.
RP.
Got like a roleplay icon shirt.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. So it is nice because I can just customize like myself as needed, you know. And like if I want to put something stupid on a shirt that chat says, sometimes I'll do that. Like stuff. I do that, and like I for a long time I was doing this thing where I would quote other streamers and put on a shirt and then like kind of like promo them through the whole stream and then like make a tweet of like them holding my little avatar. So it was like this cute little thing, and yeah.
I just sit.
So you would like put like a saying or something on they would say on the shirt, or just like their like logo?
Yeah, let me find one. Let's see. No, that's my saying. Oh, here's one where I just literally am wearing another VTuber's face on my shirt.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
That's the one that I saw before.
Yeah.
Yeah. Came into your stream one day and saw that, like, interesting.
Hey, Quinton, what saying you think would be on the shirt for us?
Oh, that's a good question.
I'd have to go with our 2021 logo. No. It'd have to be our 2021 motto.
Which is?
Expect the worst, stay average.
Oh my god, I'm gonna do it.
Yay!
Put it on a shirt.
Are you familiar at all with what's it called? Inspirobot.
No.
It's an AI that creates inspirational quotes on backgrounds.
Oh,
we're playing around with
see
this.
that. Yes.
Yeah. So Susan just posted ours in chat, but we were playing around with this one day, and I got this one. And I'm like, that's it. That's our motto for 2021.
It's worked so far, honestly.
It has.
It really has.
It's a pretty good one.
Yeah,
it's a pretty good one.
It's pretty
beautiful.
solid.
Okay, I'm not gonna knock Nanamo off. Nanamo can sit in the garbage fire.
Oh no. Oh no.
He doesn't want us to fit there either.
Don't live roast potatoes.
Literal garbage fire.
Oh my god, it's so cute.
Yeah. It is. Yes, it is a Nanamo.
Yes, this is the sitting Nanamo, because when Dee was saying to have like the little version of our sitting, that's what I thought. It was the little sitting Nanamo.
Dang.
So
just like that.
There you go. New merch idea. You just need to get a little version of you that can sit.
That's how tall I am in real life.
Perfect.
Perfect, right?
Yeah.
Real 1-to-1 scale.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, now we know you're 3'5".
Yes.
Inches.
Yeah, inches. Like as big as the figure.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Look at me.
Just tuck me in your pocket.
Sorry, the first thing that came to mind was like, you're the same size as a floppy disk.
Can we please have that down as a show title? I request that.
Yeah. You're the same size as a floppy disk. Dejavudea.
Yeah, Susan already took the Nashu as a dog as a possible show title, and she missed the reference, but I said as long as it's not Nina.
Oh no! That is not allowed. That is not allowed. Shanna.
She didn't get it. She's like, "This is an anime reference, and I don't get it." I'm like, "That's for the best, really."
It is for the best, really.
That's an anime reference, and I don't get it.
Yep. You don't want to. It's very sad.
Yeah.
Episode 4. Anyways. When did you clip that?
Was that the god in anime on my side?
Yeah.
Oh my god. I didn't even know what it was. I just like heard like
Yeah.
All I heard was end anime on my. I'm like, oh no. I didn't even have to hear the whole clip.
That's actually my raise macro on my white mage.
That's appropriate. Yep.
It is. It's like, don't worry, T. You have the power of God and anime on your side.
Now they took that power away from you. Now they're just gonna have a little bar that goes whoop.
Yep.
Yeah. I like the death bar is my favorite new addition for Endwalker, honestly. Like, oh, you're dead. Here's a bar.
Oh, that one.
Death bar?
Yeah. When you die, you get a bar above your head now.
Like everyone's got the little like health bar above their head, but when you die, it disappears.
It disappears.
Now when they're dead, it stays
empty.
there.
Yeah,
interesting.
Yeah,
shame bar.
You're not wrong. I mean,
you let your
that's gonna be so messy. I hope you could like turn it off.
Oh, your shame bar hit 0. Shame.
So.
Imagine
it's
just like
supposed
the
to be for rezzing.
In Baja, like all the bodies and all the bars, and you can't even target anything. Then that's gonna be a mess.
Oh, it's gonna be just.
That's gonna be beautiful.
So when we going into Baja tomorrow?
Yeah, it's gonna be a bunch of parallel lines on the ground.
The last thing I did with that whole thing was I got the free weapon, and that's it.
Not going back in.
That's
guys, I will take you guys in. I'm max level in there. Come on, let's go.
Perfect. I will go.
Yeah.
So you went from YouTube to Twitch. You went from streaming live and in person to VTuber. So what is your favorite part and least favorite part about streaming?
Oh my god. My favorite part is probably the people I meet. I've just met so many cool people literally through streaming, and that's when I'm most excited. It's like when a whole bunch of new people come in and I just get to talk to them and like get to know them. Least favorite part of streaming? I think taxes. That's what it is.
Let's say the hair and makeup.
No, taxes.
Oh yes, also hair and makeup is very difficult. I had to open a program and apply a filter, and
now
then
it's
I'm
much
done.
better.
Yes. Yeah. But like, yeah, with e-girl taxes are very bad. I just like those. That's probably my least favorite. But otherwise, yeah, creating your own schedule is also difficult. Going from like a 9 to 5 for like 6 years and right out of university and everything was definitely a learning experience. You know, you only get out so much what you put in, et cetera, et cetera. I'm sure you guys well understand that. But yeah, no, it's insanely wonderful, and I hope that like I can do it all up through like eventually when I have kids and like I'm a stay-at-home mom's like stay-at-home streamer, like that's ideally what my life will
little
become
tiny
someday.
bunnies.
Yes, little baby bunnies.
Little baby bunnies.
Did you
little buns.
Were you pointing at me?
Yeah, because you're the one that deals with all of our tax stuff. I don't deal with it.
Yeah.
Oh, bless your heart.
Yeah,
he's the one that has to understand it all.
I'm the business.
Ours isn't complicated though. Don't worry.
Yeah, no, I'm the business. Yeah, it's not. We don't make enough to be that complicated.
Yeah, no. But like, you're saying like the favorite part is your community, and like having dropped into your stream a number of times, and unfortunately, I've just been way too busy lately to be able to do that. But the times that I have dropped into your stream, it's a very, very like weird mix of all sorts of people, and it's just a really cool group to jump into and chat with.
They're chaotic wholesomeness or something. They chaotic degenerate.
Yeah, that's a good description.
Yeah.
It's kind of a mix of both, isn't it?
Is that a new D&D trait that I like? What
yeah, and then you've got neutral good and chaotic degenerate.
Yeah.
Well, it's that whole. So we've got 3 axes now. We have chaotic to lawful,
yeah,
good to evil, and wholesome to degenerate.
Yeah. Chaotic degenerate is bard.
I agree.
Yeah.
We've got everybody from all over the place. I always feel really cool when I get the people in there who do like savage raiding and stuff, because I'm like, oh my god, a savage raider, guys, because like I haven't done savage raiding in so long, and I was talking to Chad about this the other day. I feel like I'm like the only Twitch streamer who doesn't do savage content. You guys don't do it either.
I don't. He does.
I will in the expansion.
On Dark Knight?
Yeah, I'm cracking the rust off.
Wow. That's very exciting.
Old man raids. That's
Old man raids. That's just the title every time. Part 1, part 2, part 3.
Uh-huh.
Susan, you got that down, right? That's going to be the title for his raiding streams.
Yeah. Super duper best friend squad.
Wait, what DC are you going to be raiding on?
We're on Aether.
Oh, you're on Aether. Okay.
Yeah.
It'll be good.
We're on Gilgamesh. We're on Greg.
You're on Greg. I love that for you.
Yeah.
Old Greg.
But I mean, by the time that happens, like it won't really matter DC, right? Like hopefully before 6.1, we'll have that DC travel.
Yeah. So you say your community is like chaotic wholesome or chaotic degenerate. Like, so if you had to describe like what kind of community like is your Discord, and like what kind of community events do you have? Is it just everybody meet in a field and we'll fight each other with Nerf bats, or
that would be ideal if COVID wasn't a thing, but
fair.
since there's a panini, we can't meet up in person. So we have a lot of roleplay stuff that happens. I'm a very avid role player, even within like Final Fantasy 14. So a lot of the things I do when I do roleplay streams is I kind of put my character in the middle of somewhere, and then I'm like approach him to get a mission, and I have them do like /randoms in game for like initiative or like the outcome of a task or something like that. And I think that's one of the biggest like community involvement things that we do. So
I've learned a lot about role playing from your streams.
thank you so much. That makes me so happy. I
like dipped my toes into it back in 2000. Oh geez, 2010. 2009 or 2010 was the last time I dipped my feet into it.
Perfect. Dude, where's my car was in theaters.
I've been way out of that. Wait, no, that was earlier than that.
What was it?
Was it? It might have been earlier.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was early 2000s.
Susan fact checked me on Dude, where's my car?
Yeah, that was the 2000.
Well, so
that's 10 years
back
prior.
into it.
That movie came out in 2000? Oh man.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a 21-year-old movie. That movie can legally drink.
Old Man Raids. God. Remember that name? Old Man Raids.
Yeah.
Well,
I watched that movie way too young. Anyway.
And then
but yeah, role play, and then we've done some charity streams. We did for Trevor Project back in June. We had a charity stream, and then last year we had a Hope from Home COVID relief stream. I feel like most of the rewards for charity streams and stuff like that are mostly at my expense in my stream. You know, it's like Deanna has to do X, Y, Z if you guys donate so much money, and you know what? I can do it for charity. It's for a good cause.
And your chat, your community is pretty good about making you hit those goals so that you have to do those things, right?
Yes. Yes.
Especially the ones you don't want to.
Yes. Yes, they are.
So
they're very generous.
So like what is something that you've done that you didn't want to do?
Well, okay. Well, here's the thing. Consent is very important, right?
Oh,
so, like,
yeah.
I would never like put up something that's like, oh my god, I never want to do this. Like, I'm uncomfortable with it.
Mm-hmm.
I think a prime example of like on a daily basis of the kind of thing that I do though is I have this wheel.
The wheel. I love the wheel.
I have a little channel point redemption that if you save up 15,000 channel points, you can spin the Wheel of Chaos. And on the Wheel of Chaos, there is a little tiny red portion, and it's that I have to take a shot of liquor.
Oh.
Ooh.
So, you know, I'm streaming. I normally stream at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So, it will be 1:30, and chat will make me take a shot of rum. So that's.
Yep.
But 15,000 channel points, you know.
A lot. Yeah.
I'm close. I was so close to being able to put that in chat one day.
That's going to hit different when you're a stay-at-home mom.
That's gonna
slowly the spice grows.
You'll change it to like apple. What's that called? Apple cider apple vinegar or something like that.
Slam a Capri Sun.
Yes.
Kool-Aid.
Yeah, probably. I mean, no. I mean, as long as I'm not pregnant, you know, party.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah. I don't have bumping music. I have salsa on my board, but that's for Hispanic Heritage Month. So, which it is Hispanic Heritage Month.
It still is. Yeah, you've got another 3-4 weeks.
Oh.
All right, that's enough. You've got another I mean, I'm Hispanic 100% of the time, so I really have it all, you know, all year. Every month for me is a Hispanic Heritage Month.
We love that for you. We love that for you.
Thank you. Everybody get it. Yeah, happy Hispanic Heritage Month, everyone. So. I suggest everybody go get Cuban food because that is where I'm from.
I had a Cuban sandwich last week.
Oh, it's so good.
Yeah, it was okay. It was okay.
Oh wait. Oh, I mean they're good, but if they don't make
you have to get a good one.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Pro tip: if they put mayonnaise on that sandwich, that's not a Cuban sandwich, and every Cuban will tell you that. And if they put mayonnaise on it, you're being lied to. So just heads up.
Is that like cream cheese and sushi? Is that like the equivalent of that?
Sorta, yeah.
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 It
might taste okay, but
Speaking of tasting okay,
I do not like that segue.
Final Fantasy 14
Okay.
is the game we choose to play. So what are you most excited about, Endwalker?
Buddy Boys. I'm so excited for Buddy Boys.
Boys. I mean, same.
And they probably taste delicious. We don't know.
Wait, is that the joke?
No,
I missed that.
No, it's not the joke. I apologize. No, please do not eat.
Hoping that wasn't the joke, because either that's.
Although that could
don't
be
eat the bunny boys, or that's something that's not appropriate for this podcast.
I am waiting for a Bugs Bunny like in a pot of soup bunny boy situation.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. But besides Bunny Boys, I'm really excited to go to Thavnair, because I feel like we got really ripped off with the dancer quest lines in that like there wasn't any like lore. Like the story was nice and it was cute and like, you know, cute characters and stuff, but I wanted to know like the meaty nitty gritty of like how like dancers use ether and like how it works basically, and we just didn't really get any of that. So
it teased a lot, and then it's just like magic.
Yeah.
That's kind of the same with like Blue Mage, right? Like Blue Mage teases a lot about like the continent we haven't seen yet, and it's like, oh, how you do magic there, which is super interesting. And I hope that's where we're going, you know, post 6.0, like 6.1, the new story. Like I hope we're going to this new place and we're gonna go like see how like new magics work, and
right.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah, me too. I'm so excited. We get to go to the moon.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep.
And the little bunny beast tribes are so cute.
Yeah. Geodudes.
I laughed. We were watching that live, and we were just joking so much about how they finally gave us Bunny Boys when that was released. Only for them to actually release the Bunny Boys like 5 minutes later. We just
did you see that Final Fantasy, the official English Twitter account, quoted that tweet and was like, "You were saying." Did you?
Perfect.
Yes, I did.
Oh my god, I was just like, oh jeez.
They're stepping up their social media game.
Yeah, they sure are.
I noticed.
They really are.
I noticed a few days ago they replied to the Endwalker countdown.
Yeah.
Oh really?
Yeah. There's a Twitter account that tweets out how many days left until Endwalker, and it hit 70 days, and the next day it hit 69 days to Endwalker. So the Final Fantasy official account responded. Nice.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I totally missed that. Oh my god, I would have retweeted that.
They're getting real sassy over there, and I'm liking it.
Yeah, that's great.
Can't wait. We need more of it.
I think the thing that I'm looking forward to the most, without any like major spoilers for story people who are not caught up yet, is when Y'shtola is going to verbally slap the father.
Papa?
Yes.
I am waiting for this verbal smackdown because it's going to be beautiful.
Why doesn't it have to be verbal? Why can't we just?
I mean, I would not be down for. I would not be sad if there was a duty for that.
Right. Just slap Dad. Oh my god.
We had our moment with Asahi. We should also get it with him.
Oh my god, yes.
Why not?
Hate that guy.
What would be that duty's name?
Not be named.
Slap Dad.
Slap.
Sins of the father.
What? It's straight and to the point. That's the thing.
Slap Dad and Sins of the Father are both pretty good.
Sins of the Father. Yeah, there you go.
Can't wait. Duty.
Heckin' duty.
Yay.
To be the next relic weapon.
No. What?
Take him out. Steal his power.
Want me to steal his power? Uh-oh. Did I lose you?
Uh-oh.
Oh, we got him back.
He's good.
He's good. You glitched for a second. You're back.
Glitchy.
A father heard you and started cutting you off.
Yeah, I've got words for him. And a few fingers.
You're gonna give him spear fingers?
No, so I said I have words for him and a few fingers.
Oh, okay. I only have one.
Yeah.
I got at least 2.
2? Oh.
Anyways,
I didn't think about using both hands.
Gotta be double fisting.
Oh, okay. The double deuce.
Anyways, so earlier before you were talking about like how you do your own models and you put together a whole bunch of assets for it. Like, how did you find getting into that? Like, was it a really complicated process to get into it? How do you find it now as compared to when you first started? Like, I know we have a bunch of people in chat and in our community that have like thought a lot about getting into or getting some sort of YouTuber avatar, but are afraid either from like it's very, very expensive to get into it or very, very hard to make.
It is very expensive, especially if you're going to commission someone to do it for you. I was on the same boat for a long time. I was like, it'd be really convenient to have one of those things so I could just like I was saying, not do my hair and makeup for one day. And just somebody in my chat, one of my friends from the anime convention scene was like, do you know there's a free program that you can literally do it yourself? And I was like, what? And she sent me the links. It's called Vroid Studio. It's totally free software. And then there's a site called booth.pm. A lot of it's in Japanese. I do speak a little bit of Japanese, so and like what I can't understand with the kanji, I just throw in an English translate. But it's at the time it was very difficult. There's like I sat through hours of tutorials on YouTube, but they're readily available. Like if you just take the time and sit down and watch it. And if you have a question, just literally type it into YouTube. Be like, this is broken. How do I do this? And like 9 times out of 10, there's a video for it.
What happens if my arm goes through my head?
Then you unplug your arms and you plug them back in again. But
wait,
yeah. So
the next question needs to be: are you a VTuber or IRL? Because what you do next is critical.
Wait, what do you mean?
Well, if my actual arm went through my head, I don't think unplugging my arm and then plugging it back in would work.
Have you tried?
No.
Yeah,
but I might find out if I go to urgent care.
Yeah, you get back to me.
They unplugged my arm and then plugged it back in.
But yeah, so there's 2 different kinds of like VTubers. There's 2D and there's 3D. I'm technically a 3D VTuber. And 2D, you need to. I don't know if you guys know anything about like. Have you heard of Live 2D?
Vaguely.
Yes. Yeah, so it's like a whole program where you literally rig something from scratch. And it's super complicated. My tiny little gay brain can't handle that. So I was like, I'm just gonna go with 3D, and I can like import stuff onto it. And so, like I said, I watched a bunch of tutorials, and it kind of comes as second nature now, where I'll get like my friends coming to me being like, "Hey, how the heck do I do this?" And I'm like, "Oh, you just A, B, C, D, E, F, G," and they're like, "Oh, okay." And then like there will be times where people are like, "How the heck do I do this?" And I'm like, "Oh, you have to do this," and they just like don't understand it. And then I just send them a video, and it's pretty easy once you get the hang of it.
So once you know the secrets, then it's just done.
Exactly. If I can do it, anyone can do it. Literally, I've said that before. Like I said that about my PC. I built my PC. If I can do it, that's just adult Legos. So like, but the Vroid's the same thing. Like if I can do it, I am 100% sure anybody can do it.
It's probably the same price as adult Legos, honestly.
Yeah, it kind of is in a way. Yeah.
Is Vroid Studio also like adult Legos?
Like 3D modeling adult Legos, because it's like it's 3D modeling, so like every bone is attached to another bone, and it's just like, oh my god, it's crazy. I don't like I said, like I get all of my assets and stuff typically from different artists, so I don't make anything. Well, I make some things, but mostly nothing from scratch. And like I just implement everything. Yes, like the shirts. But that's like the very limit of my talent in that regard. So it's crazy.
I would end up attaching my elbow to my brain and.
Yep.
Doesn't say Peter like having to like attach all the bones and put everything together? It sounds like a great October stream.
Oh my god.
no. I've streamed Surgeon Simulator 1 before. I don't need to do that again. There is a sequel, though, and it is multiplayer.
There we
Arm
go.
bones connected to the.
You would never know. Probably crotch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's where my arm bones are.
Or the hand bones connected to the face bone. But...
Yeah, you would be surprised. You would be surprised. But yeah, if anybody out there is like looking into getting into VTuber, just download VRoy Studio. It doesn't cost anything. Just mess around with it. Just look at it. Just look at it. It's super fun.
I will. Because I always wanted like Susan, producer Susan, had asked me the other day. It's like, you think Quinton and you would ever like get V2 models? I'm like if we were really lazy, it would be funny to do, but I don't.
What I think what you guys should do is like get like these really like kawaii like magical girl with pink hair, and then like just boot up stream like everything's normal one day and just start the podcast. I think the play for you guys.
You mean finally we can be the Aqua Gleam Hunter girls?
Absolutely. There you go.
5 years in the making. So, 5 years ago there was a we when they actually first did
Beast
the
Tribe Quest, wasn't it?
No, it was the very first dungeons for the treasure dungeons. And the achievements you got were Aqua Gleam Hunter Force, and for diving down in the I don't even remember what the first dungeons were, but
we somehow came up with a whole magical girl
squad. Yeah,
in our podcast.
Yeah,
it's beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there you go. You got the concept, you guys. Run with it.
Yeah, mine's still gonna have a beard though.
You know what?
Of
Creative
course.
Liberties. It's your character. You do what you want. That's what I tell Chad all the time.
Yeah.
And like Peter is saying, like he's thought about it. It's like, yeah, we could do this, but we probably wouldn't. And like on the other side, I'm like, I don't like being on camera a whole lot. I am very introverted. I am not one to want to like. I don't have to do my hair and whatnot to before stream, but excuse me. I don't like being on the camera a whole lot. So the concept of actually putting a VTube model together and be like, that's pretty appealing. My problem is I have no idea what I would actually do for it. But
yeah.
I have definitely thought a lot about it.
Bunny boy, beaver.
You could. And there's actually a lot of VTubers who, I guess the legality of this is actually up for debate. But they literally use their Final Fantasy XIV avatar.
Susan, I'm not being a beaver.
Well, because Susan's other suggestion would be that I would be a bear. So
I would be a moose before a beaver. Come on.
That'd be so cute, though.
Yeah. Beaver and bear.
But yeah. I'm a Lala right now. I'm going to be a bunny boy. I don't know what I would actually do for my character. I don't have a whole bunch. He's just repeating what Peter said. Peter, I'm not going to be a beaver.
Why? We could be woodland wholesome.
For one.
Uh-huh.
I am.
You don't want to be a kawaii beaver?
Correct. I am not the correct gender for this character.
I don't understand. What's the beaver thing? What is that?
I'm Canadian.
Yeah.
Oh, got it. I was gonna ask that earlier because I think you said like a boot or something, and I'm like, haha.
So you want to be a goose instead?
No, I said a moose.
Oh,
we'll just make you
moose.
Maple.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm pretty sure Anonymous would probably want to be a moose.
He could also be a moose. He's also a Lala scholar.
Can you be
Hey, Chili.
You could be a plate of poutine. Just like a.
Oh my god.
Yep. Actually,
you'd be delicious.
Way back at the start of the pandemic, my company and was encouraging us to use various filters for meetings. So very often for meetings, I was either one of two things: a talking potato with eyes,
yeah,
or a rainbow antlered moose thing.
Perfect.
Great.
Susan says a loaf of pea meal.
I'm not being a hunk of meat. I am much more than that, Susan. Thank you.
Aren't we all just hunks of meat?
Yeah.
Yeah. But we all long to be someone else's hunk of meat, really.
You're so right. That's so deep.
Yeah.
That's very good.
Yep. What are we all, just hunks of meat on a marble?
Yeah. Now we're getting existential.
Yeah.
Susan beat me on that one, but are we sexy hunks of meat?
Yeah. It was
Absolutely.
mischief not managed, but are we? Yeah, of course. You ever look at a piece of a hunk of meat and you're like, yeah, it looks pretty good.
We had to,
We had to permit meat.
Hey, we had to permit meat. If you've ever heard of sausage content, that's why.
Yeah. We had to permit meat.
For those who are new to our stream, welcome. Thank you for coming and being here. Sausage content is Chili's alter ego.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
That's his RP ego.
Again, you can learn so many things about Chili from listening to sound bites.
I am so curious about this person. I've never watched any of his content, but you guys are talking him up so much. I'm like, I'm gonna watch all of his content.
He's
now.
great. He's also in Team Whiskers. He's part of Google Go Round.
I haven't seen any of his stuff. I gotta go.
Yeah, definitely go check him out. Chili is great. He is literally the person to. Oh, hi, Sean.
I like how Sean's giving me feedback.
He's literally the person to go through and promote everyone but himself. Literally, if you talk to him anywhere, he will name drop us and She Heals a Tank, another Final Fantasy podcast, everywhere.
Yeah,
and he always forgets to mention himself. So yes, buy his meats and go and check him out. He's awesome.
The island of where Chili lives, he's name dropped us on the radio station that he's been guested on before, and he's name dropped us on the radio station, which I don't know if that's equated to anybody listening or watching us, but thanks, Chili, I appreciate it.
What a bro.
Someone's nan is like, I'm sure they're nice boys.
It's the thought that counts, right?
It is. Oh, absolutely.
Paul's mom is one of our biggest supporters.
That's true. His co-host's mother is one of our biggest supporters. She listens to us. We what was it, episode 50? We took questions solely from Paul's mom and answered them live.
I don't remember that far back.
I want to say
incredible.
Yes. Yeah, I think episode 50 we asked for Paul mom to give us 10 questions and she did.
She probably felt so special. That's so nice.
Yeah. Have to do that again and get new questions from Paul's mom.
Susan and Sean are having a conversation.
It's true.
So, as we're kind of as we're talking about various Team Whiskers members with Paul and Chili and yourself, so what made what was the thing that brought you to Team Whiskers? How did that kind of all go down?
That's a funny story. So I'm very good friends with Zimoka. I don't know if you ever got to catch some of his content. I love him so much. We've done a lot of stuff together with roleplay. We used to run a roleplay venue together, and we've just known each other. He was one of the first people that was a regular within my stream. And then he started streaming, and the one day he got raided by Mioni, and I was so jealous because I watched Mioni back when I was still working my 9 to 5. I would wake up in the morning and listen to Mioni's recaps, right? So I was just I was on his Patreon for a while, not to be out here shrimping, but I just really appreciate the dedication that guy has towards putting out content as fast as he does and stuff. You know what I mean? So I just always wanted to support him, and he raided Mocha the one day just randomly when he started doing Twitch stuff, and I was like, oh my god, I'm so jealous. Then he raided me one day, and we started talking, and there was one night where it was probably his 5th stream or something, and he raided somebody and forgot to end his stream. So
that's not familiar.
Yeah. Right? It happens to the best of us. Yeah, right? But so for some reason I didn't go over with the raid, and I just happened to be AFK, and I came back and I just see his ending screen, and I just hear rustling in the background, and I see from the chat everybody had gone with the raid, and I was like, oh my god, and I freaked out, and I messaged him on Twitter, I messaged him on YouTube, I messaged him, and then eventually I'm like, how can I find his Discord information? So I joined the official Final Fantasy XIV Reddit Discord, And I found his contact through there, and I DM'd him on Discord, and I was like, "This is really weird. You don't know me, but you're still live. Please hit the end." And he's like, "Oh wow!" And like I just hear him like in the background, like on the stream, go, "What? Oh!" And I'm like, and then he ended the stream, and then like a couple months down the line, I think we were just talking. And he was like, I don't know, like, I was really intimidated to ask you, but do you want to be on Team Whiskers? And I'm like, what do you mean you were intimidated to ask me? So then I goes on Team Whiskers.
Hey, look at you. You're very intimidating.
Yeah.
Yes, I am the most intimidating.
Yes. Similar with the intimidation on our part as well. Like, I feel like there's a common... I feel like it's a common theme.
Well, wait, for real? Are you kidding?
No, we're serious. Like, as far as we know, it was an intimidation thing. Like, you didn't know how to like approach us.
Are you kidding me? Dude, Shin I'm sorry, I keep calling Quinton Shin because that's what I called him.
You can use either. I don't mind.
Either works, yeah.
Shin just came by and we were just talking, and he was super cool to hang out with and chat and stuff. And then, oh gosh, I don't even remember. I think somebody else in chat was like, yeah, they're part of Team Whiskers with Maelstrom Radio. And I was like, oh, you have a podcast. And so then I listened to like a bunch of your stuff. Yeah. And like when you did like the Songbird interviews and stuff, I listened to all of that. And yeah, so I don't know, man. I'm just a being on the internet. Aren't we all just sacks of meat on the internet? You know?
Sexy sacks of meat.
Sexy sacks of meat on the internet. There's
another show title.
Yeah, yep. I'll just beat you up in PvP, but I won't beat you up in real life. No reason to be intimidated.
The Pokemon, whatever is it, the MOBA?
Yeah, I'm a master in Pokemon Unite now. It's kind of
I know. I really enjoy watching you stream that one. It's so much fun.
I love Pokemon Unite. I love it.
Really?
Yeah.
I've never played it.
Oh my god, it's so fun. Are you doing ranked or anything, Peter?
No, I need to get back into it. Like I love Snorlax.
Chili's a Snorlax main.
Chili and I are both love playing Snorlax. It's so much fun. So,
nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's good.
They need to add like some other characters I would like playing. So I like because I like the problem is if Chili and I play together, we can't both be Snorlax. So
they're adding Mamoswine and Sylveon coming here soon.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'm really excited.
Trans EV.
Yes. It's very exciting.
Perfect.
I'll carry you guys.
Oh,
I forgot what was going on.
Easy.
We're gonna get carried.
Oh yeah, no. I was thinking. Okay, jumping back a step. My mind is it's Friday. No, because you were talking about like we were just hanging out in chat and like coming from the other side. I was like as I was hanging out with you in chat and watching and like just chilling and working and whatnot. I was like also in our Discord being like, so I'm watching someone else from Team Whiskers and they're really cool. And Susan, do you want to go and say hi? Because I think they'd be really cool to talk with on the podcast. She's like, yep, I'll go do it. And I'll like immediately started reaching out. I'm like, thanks.
Thank you.
Just like
that's like
and then you started telling me about all these episodes you were watching. I'm like, oh my god, and I'm like freaking out in our internal chats. She's actually watching all this. Like, oh no,
no.
I love please. Like, first of all, I love podcasts. Now, listen, I typically listen to like paranormal, like spooky murder mystery podcasts. But like I'm always looking for a good Final Fantasy 14 podcast. My friend used to do one a very long time ago, but I don't think it's going around anymore.
What was the name? I might know.
Well, her name was Nika. Have you heard of Nika? Yeah. She's one of my good friends from the anime convention scene.
Okay.
So oh my god, she had me on that podcast back in like 2018. But they all just talked about Savage content the whole time, and I just sat there like,
Not Nika from LBR Nika, right?
Yeah.
No, Nika from LBR Nika.
Oh no, Nika! Oh no, it was that Nika. Okay.
Yeah, that's LBR Nika.
Okay, I'm just curious. I was like, is there another Nika? No, LBR Nika. Okay, cool, neat.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm totally not like Nika a little bit. So Ascalia, who was also on that podcast, Callie, she is also starting a podcast. That's starting in the next couple months, I think. I don't know the exact date or
next month, October.
Next month? Is it October they're announcing it?
I believe so, yeah.
Anyways, it's called the Warriors of Lust. It is being themed as the thirstiest, gayest podcast in Eorzea.
Yep.
Just putting it out there.
Yep.
I'm excited.
Yeah. Can't wait. There's gonna
Hallie
be
is also really awesome.
There's gonna be hot or not
She streams
lists.
now.
So
Oh, I bet they're gonna do the husbando like tier.
probably. I mean, we did a
Gotcha.
tier list last week, and we angered all of the.
It was terrible.
Final Fantasy Twitter did not
like
us.
that list.
Oh no!
Final Fantasy.
I got overruled. They put Alfie in the F tier.
It was the Alfie D tier and also F tier list. It was just one tier. That list is so bad.
Graha was in the B tier, I think. We had to fight for that.
That list is
You
right?
didn't tell me Graha Tia was in your B. Who was in your S tier?
that list is a murder scene, and we should have been arrested.
I think even Sid might have made it to only A tier, maybe B tier.
Sid made it to A tier.
Did he make it?
No.
He made there's the list.
Made it to S tier. No, Sid made it to S tier.
Did he?
Yeah.
I don't know. That list is an abomination.
Oh yeah. You can take a peek at that.
But so S tier was Alize, Sid, Hildebrand, Luzwa, Merlwib, Raban, and Yotsuyu.
I did fight a little bit for Merlwib, but we are Maelstrom Radio. Merlwib's fantastic. But also, surprisingly, Vegan Pete also
bumped up to a C tier.
We did a bump him. That's right. We bumped him up one.
I'm gonna have to go back and watch that and voice my thoughts. Do you guys upload your VODs to? You said you did, right, Peter? To YouTube.
Yeah.
Yes, and you can follow us. We're almost at 100 followers, so we can actually claim the name Maelstrom Radio.
Hell yeah.
The videos are on YouTube. The audio is on any podcast app
Nice.
place that you can find it. So.
Yeah, when I was listening to you guys, it was on Spotify.
Perfect.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We didn't get owned by Vegan Pete. Vegan Pete we wanted his opinions, so we went with those.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Voth3 got higher than Alphino. Like, come on.
All right, well, guys, this has been a good podcast, but I think I have to leave.
I forgot that Voth3 got higher.
Yeah. Nope, that's a pretty good spot to end there.
Choked on my whiskey. Ow, hurt.
You allowed this to happen.
I mean, he does have wings. I mean, wait.
Karma.
I mean, he did turn. Voth3 turned into a total daddy, though. So I mean,
that doesn't excuse it.
Oh my god.
Expect the worst. Stay average. Yeah.
Let's go. Put on a shirt.
Let's go. Put on a shirt.
Oh yes, and Chili wanted to remind you, if we get 100 subscribers on YouTube, we are going to release more Poe pictures. And by we, I mean that Peter and Susan are going to release them because they have Poe, and I do not.
Wait, what's Poe?
Poe is their dog.
What kind of dog?
He's
an old man.
He's a half corgi, half lab. So he's 90% butt but looks like a lab.
In our Discord, if you look at the Pet and Cutes Things channel, you will see Poe.
Yeah.
I'm going.
The last picture is actually Susan just pinged you in there.
Oh my god.
He's also got his own emote.
Yeah, he's great.
And if you scroll up a little bit, you can see Ash and Alphino.
Oh my god.
My cat and their cat.
Ash has wobbly cat syndrome, so he's one of those cats that wobble around. So
I love.
Yeah, he's also he beats up everybody in the house, so he's also.
But he's also not all there and enjoys lying down in the litter box.
You know, we.
No judgment. We don't kink shame on this podcast.
No,
yeah,
I mean,
no kink shaming.
I mean, if you really want to see, he's special. I mean, we watch videos on wobbly cats on YouTube, and everybody feels very proud about their wobbly, almost to an annoyance. They're like, yeah, I really wanted to save my wobbly cat, and it's almost oh yeah, she's a rescue, that kind of sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And then our wobbly cat's over there laying in his litter box. Yeah, I'm real proud of this cat. Me too. Yeah, same. Ditto.
Give him a shirt. What's the saying? What's the saying again? What's the saying?
The
meme saying.
The worst, stay average.
Yeah, get him a shirt that says that. I feel like
the worst, stay average.
He's doing great. Okay.
He's trying his best.
Cats. Yeah.
Yeah. He's very food motivated too. So.
Mm-hmm. Aren't we all?
Mm-hmm.
Alphino is not, surprisingly.
No.
Oh, I thought you meant the
cat.
I thought you meant like
I named my cat Elfie.
Yeah.
That's a good name.
Yeah.
It is.
I mean, Alphino might
when
be
when he's in trouble. No. Alphino's not food motivated. Alphino in game is motivated by two things.
Don't worry about it.
Hot chocolate.
Father's approval.
Yeah, you could put it that way. I was gonna say Elzen with long hair, but that works a lot better.
Yeah. Daddy.
Issues.
Father.
Hi, Stadium.
Father.
Hashtag just daddy issue things. Woo.
Father. Do you think that they're ever gonna put a scene where he accidentally calls Asinian dad?
Oh my god, please.
I would love that so much. Alphino. Yes, father.
If they wanted to completely infuriate the entire Final Fantasy XIV community, have them call him Daddy.
Oh yeah.
Daddy?
Because half the people will hate the fact that they had that, and half the people will flip out that they called him.
And there'll be a small percentage of people that are like, he's my daddy.
Yes, you're right.
If he puts the ponytail in, Susan would be on there.
Yeah, ponytail.
So many daddy issues in Final Fantasy XIV. Yes, I know. We had the entire expansion. It was called Heaven's Word.
Yeah. The daddy issues expansion.
Yeah, look, Thornton. Imeric.
Yeah.
Harshafont. The whole for Tom's house.
Yeah. The whole for Tom's house.
We started off the expansion with two brothers trying to get approval of their father. Like, come on.
We did, yeah.
By the way, rest in peace, Stephen Critchlow, the
yeah.
voice of. Don't want to bring down the podcast, but I like that he gave life to. Man, I really killed the mood. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that is.
Just somebody say daddy again. This is fine.
Father.
Forgive me, Father, for I have sinned.
Forgive me, Father, for I have daddied.
Something, cat boys.
There's a whole other phrase I could use, but I'm not going to use it on this podcast.
I guarantee there's a Tumblr called "Forgive Me, Father, I have daddied."
Oh my god, absolutely.
It's just not managed. I know what side of TikTok you're on now. Mommy, sorry.
Listen, it's not my fault that there's a lot of lesbian thirst. Hang on, how did we get on this conversation? Let's talk about something else.
From daddy issues to wow, yeah.
No, it's that time of the podcast where we talk about lesbians.
Oh, okay, let's go. Let's go lesbians.
That was the whole podcast.
Oh.
Isn't that the new one that's coming out? The Thirst podcast? I feel like that would be
Warriors of Lust.
Warriors of Lust, yeah.
Oh, they need a TikTok.
There you go. Yeah.
I have a special guest that decided to come and say hi.
A baby.
Alphado's like father.
Oh my god, that cat's so pretty.
Father,
oh my
please.
gosh, that's a very pretty cat.
Father, food, please. Father, feed me.
He's got 15 minutes and then he can have food.
Father.
He's getting antsy for it though.
All right. Father, feed me, Father. I think we did. I mean, the only thing we could do is we could sit here in awkward silence for like a second.
We could also go to Lesbian Thirst Trap TikTok, but I feel like that's definitely more of an after show type deal.
Before I started talking, I was gonna let the silence go, and I was just gonna go, Daddy. And just end it with that. There we go. We did it. We did it. Good stuff.
Well.
So, thank you so much for coming on. It was absolutely wonderful to have you, and congratulations on being our first VTuber. That went relatively successfully.
Thank you so much for having me. It was so much fun. I really, really appreciate it.
I definitely want to have you back on at some time because this has been awesome, and we have so many more things to discuss.
Yeah,
possibly more after Endwalker.
Yeah. And I'm gonna get you guys into Basha, and I'm gonna get you into roleplay, and then we're gonna play Pokemon Unite.
Perfect.
It's gonna be good.
Oh,
yeah, we got an agenda.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Ooh. Is this the gay agenda?
Yes.
Sweet. I Susan, are we out of that coffee? Because it was good.
For everyone who is not
Susan.
familiar with this, Susan and Peter had they're out of the gay agenda. They have it. There's a company that we're through. There we go. Susan put the link. We're partnered with Grinding Coffee Co., which is an LGBT Black-owned coffee company, and they recently bought a coffee called The Gay Agenda. Apparently, it was very good.
Oh my god!
I don't drink coffee, so I have no idea, but
it was good.
Yeah, they sent me, of course, immediately when I got that, they sent me pictures of it, because of course they did.
It was very good.
Yeah.
All right. I mean, you're welcome. I mean, I know you don't drink a lot of coffee, but it's good to have around.
So, just so we're all on the same page, The Gay Agenda is very good.
In all sense.
In all senses, yeah.
Yeah.
Well.
So, anyways, now that we're at the end of our podcast, is there anything that you would like to say or promote or tell people where they can find you?
Oh, sure. Again, my name is Dejavudea or Deanna, whichever you prefer. I am live on Twitch 5 days a heckin' week. I say I'm a Final Fantasy XIV variety streamer because the variety is the one day we play Pokemon. So I do play Pokemon Unite once a week as well. But you can catch us role-playing, doing dailies. I'm working on getting my Lancer up. It's my last job. I had to get to 80, so we've been working on that lately. I also do YouTube stuff, not as much anymore, but I've started to upload clip compilations over there. It's the same name, Dejavudea, and I'm on Twitter most of the time. If you want to go follow me there for memes and occasional like art and all that fun stuff, then you can go to Dejavudea on Twitter.
Awesome. Well, we have the business to get through, so I'm going to go ahead and get through that. This Thursday, September 30th at 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific, 2 a.m. BST, we will be streaming with a brand new friend of the show, former producer, Dylan. You may remember her. She used to help us before Susan was here. She is starting a brand new podcast called XIV Light Party. And that day, the 30th at 8 o'clock, they will be live, I believe, here on Twitch at twitch.tv/XIV Light Party. And they, after the hour of their first show at 9 p.m., there is an event going on, which we are also part of, along with Maelstrom Radio, because Maelstrom is 2 people. We're 2 people, so we decided to combine forces and make us one team. It is a race through the duty roulette, and this is going to be for Extra Life, and people that work through duty roulette as fast as they can. Multiples of $10 can be donated to remove multiple minutes for each team, or $25 can be added add time to another team, so they'll be forced to continually do the duty roulette. So come check us out at 9 p.m. We'll be here. It'll be a lot of fun. It'll be a lot of laughs. You're gonna watch. You'll probably learn something about Chile. That's probably really.
For anyone who's not familiar, Thursday is our normal stream time, so this will replace our regular Terraria stream that we're going through, and we'll probably pick that up beginning back in October. We might change things up for October because, of course, October is Spooky Month.
Yep, aka Spooktober.
So starting Friday, October 1st, for our next podcast, episode 167, we are going to be chatting with Paul Metal from Mogul Go Round, so another Team Whiskers member. We're going to be chatting about all things spooky, I think.
Spooky and Reaper. So
yes,
that's spooky.
It is very spooky.
It is spooky. So
something Voidsmith.
Yeah, I'm excited. I am excited for Spooktober. I don't want to spoil what may happen in Spooktober, but we've been known to have a spooky thing or two on this show. So if you're an old Maelstrom Radio fan and you could think what could be spooky related to us, think hard and then come check us out through the month and see what pops up. So with that, if you're here and you're hanging out with us, hang on. We're going to go raid our friends over at RNG and T. And
they're currently doing another podcast with a VTuber.
Perfect. Oh wow, perfect. Is it Lloyd? Is Lloyd the VTuber?
It's Lloyd.
Hey.
Yep.
Awesome.
So
All right.
go say hello to them.
All right. So things are gonna freeze for a second, just because things have been wonky today. So we're gonna freeze for 1 second. I apologize, Twitch, but in order to make this happen correctly, we're gonna make it work. So. Blop. All right.
I met perfectly.
Yeah. Right. Did you?
Yeah,
I
thought he didn't do it, but he got it. Oh my god, incredible.
Perfect.
So good.
All right. Well, with that, thank you everyone for joining us. Thank you, Dee. Thank you, Quinton. Thank you, Susan. And as always, till sea swallows all, keep listening.
Maelstrom Radio is brought to you by maelstromradio.com and Blackfire Media. Produced by Flatus, Shintir, and Susan Sprinkle. Join us live Fridays, 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern at twitch.tv/maelstromradio. Send email to show@maelstromradio.com, tweet us at maelstrom_radio, or join our Discord at maelstromradio.com/discord. Views and opinions expressed by our hosts and guests do not reflect the views and opinions of any companies discussed on today's show.
I will murder you. So no nap stream.
I'm not doing a nap streaming either because I sleep in the nude, and that's TOS. So
yeah, it's true.
No.
TOS is no. Anyway, thank you for following Dejavudea. We appreciate it. I'm so sorry if I mispronounced that. Whose butt do you have to look to get in a game? What does that mean? You can just be in a game. What?
I'm noting to take a picture of Sarah while she's
Nope. Nope. I have told you I will kill you. Don't do it.
As a secret. Oh, see, even Pally's doing it.
Nope. I will make you delete it. It is one of my things. Do not test me. I will not be happy.
I will find legal counsel. No.
Yep. It will not be good. Nope. No, you're not. Also, I'm a very light sleeper, so
You hear the
Good luck.
click, and you're like,
Yeah.
oh, I'm gonna kill people.
We just gotta give her some alcohol. Glad that.
Roofies, no.
All right, now we're getting to
I have
legal
gummies,
issues.
so I can probably like something.
That
Okay,
would
that's
be so
illegal.
disgusting.
What the fuck? All right, why are we trying to kill me now? Okay.
You wouldn't die from weed.
Well, yeah, exactly. Well, I'm glad you had a good episode.
Yeah, I'm glad you're on a podcast. It's, I was trying to
Welcome to the last RNG and T. No.
Yes, apparently. Because after this, Christine and her husband are getting murdered once they take pictures of me while sleeping. So.
So anyway, thank you all for coming here. If you don't know RNG and T, we are definitely a podcast too, but obviously we talk about random shit. That's the RNG in our name. And tea, because we like tea, except for Lloyd. He likes Pepsi.
Yep, Pepsi, the tea.
The tea.
Anyway, we just wrapped
It's
up
a
our
cocoa tea.
We just wrapped up our podcast. Like Sarah said, I read Pelly because Pelly wrote something down. And then we actually have a sub goal. It should be at 100 already. And basically, we made Lloyd come back to Final Fantasy 14, and he's gonna play through all of the expansions before Endwalker.
Yes.
And I think we added a new sub goal. I should put it up there too, where like every 25 he has to read all of the cutscenes
Aloud.
So 25 for each expansion, but Still, please. I mean, again, we love your support, but just make sure you're financially responsible and whatnot. And anyone who does a sub, because it is nicely September, I am raffling off a keyboard. A keyboard. And what was the other things, Floyd, about your most gifted subs?
Yeah.
Oh, most gifted gets to customize my character. Second most gifted gets to pick my job and my starting area, basically. And third most gifted gets to choose my chocobo name and my free company. I think that's amicable, or it's a good. Are those good goals?
What world are you gonna be in? That makes sense. What wild are you gonna be in?
Wow.
I'm debating on if I should just go over to Crystal or go to Sargentanas again, but I'm probably gonna go to Crystal and play on Callie's server because there's people there.
Mateus is where you can go if you want to join the free company.
Just be on Crystal.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm on Balmung, so.
Yeah, I mean you can be on any of them on there. Mateus is where the free company is if you want to join that. But otherwise, we can all help you out on some of the some of the dungeons if you need it. Especially if they're like really bad queues. Yeah. Well, especially if right now there's a lot of newbies, so you might be doing okay on the queue pops, but you can just let any of us know. We'll run it through with you. We're happy to help.
3 o'clock in the morning. Can you guys just jump on and do Satasha with me real quick?
That's fine. I'm trying to level up my tank and whatnot.
What tank are you playing?
Warrior.
Warrior? Cool.
Always a warrior.
Like that. That's why I decided to level up ninja, because I was like, daggers, that's always been my thing. But I was to be fair, I didn't do any thought when it came to picking my class for 14. Callie did not warn me how any of the classes worked, so I just said, well, I think I'll just do Black Mage because I misunderstood how the game worked, because I thought it worked more like 11, where you click a button and then you have to wait a minute before you do anything else, and you stand there. I didn't realize it was like a game where you moved around at all. I had no idea. So I was like, well, Black Mage makes more sense, because any of the more action-packed ones I'm probably just going to be really bored with. And she was like, okay, you can do that. I've never done Black Mage before. And okay. And then I get into it, I'm like, this is actually getting kind of hard. She's like, yeah, it's one of the harder jobs. I went, what? And yeah, because Black Mage, and the problem with Black Mage is there are some very unfriendly MSQ fights for Black Mage. Like, just very unfriendly. There was one that I actually, I got into it and I was like, I don't think I can win this. Like, I can't. And Cal actually looked it up for me. She was like, yeah, everyone's saying that if you play Black Mage or any of the, like, any kind of standstill in Mage, you should just go in easy mode. Because this isn't gonna work. I was like, what the hell? So, that's fine. I'm up and I'm okay with it. But that's why I started doing some of the other classes. And yeah, I didn't go for ninja, because at the time I was like, oh no, it'll be boring. And then later I was told it was like, oh yeah, ninja's really hard. And I guess it is, but I don't know. I guess after playing Black Mage, I'm like, this is great! I think part of the reason ninja's not so bad for me is it does rely on finger memory, like muscle memory. Muscle memory to do,
we did talk about fingering.
We did talk about fingering, so it requires muscle memory to do most of your main attacks, and that's just something I'm pretty good at. So, like, I do mess up, obviously. But, like, that is kind of a thing that's like, oh, I got this, so, I'm able to get it, but, yeah. I was such a bad Black Mage, I switched to Dancer, never looked back. I almost did that, because I also leveled up Dancer!
Good
and I was
job.
like, this class is so easy! Yeah, if anyone wants to know what the easiest class is, where you don't need to think of anything, play Dancer. Now, you have to play an actual class to level 60 in order to unlock Dancer, but after that, or 70, I guess, it's fine. Yeah, if you don't want to think, that's actually why whenever I was doing some of the harder, like, raids and stuff like that, like Eden and things like that, I did go on Black Mage, but sometimes I went on Dancer, because I was just trying to learn mechanics. It was a lot easier. Now I'll probably just do Ninja, but at the time...
So literally Dancer, you just sit there and just button mash?
Yeah, pretty much. It's all... The main problem with Dancer is it's randomized damage, which is one of the things they're gonna fix. Because its damage is so random that, like, sometimes you feel like you're not doing anything. But it's yeah, it's the joke is you're playing like Simon Says. It's very easy.
Okay, then I probably
I would. It's so. I mean, you start at level 60, so you start now. You only have 20 levels to go, so it's pretty easy.
I'm afraid to go back to Monk. I mean, like I love Monk, but I'm afraid to go back to it.
Yeah, I understand.
If that makes sense.
I understand. But yeah.
So I really loved healing in Final Fantasy 14, and I really, really loved tanking. So
I mean, you're in good hands there.
Yeah,
White Mage
exactly.
is. Yeah, White Mage is the best healer. Sage is probably going to be fun, so you might want to try out Sage.
you guys don't understand what I'm doing. I really love tanking, and I really love healing.
What are you doing?
Who are you talking
I
about?
don't get that choice, remember? So those are the things I want.
Oh. So that means Darkflux is going to make you do DPS.
What kind of DPS?
Well, Darkflux mentioned Bard, which I think is
Didn't
hilarious.
Lloydie played a DPS when he played?
It
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah, which DPS did you play?
was a bard main, but I did play a lot of the classes. I think I had most of them leveled to 60.
What was your character name? We can look it up.
Void Phoenix on Ultros. It might have just been the other shit, but yeah. I don't even know if I'm on the lodestone anymore.
You might be. Sorry, you might be.
I was
Sounds
excited
exciting.
to do something like that, where you go into song mode and then your abilities turn to music notes. That would be. Yeah. I think the old bard was kind of cool, except for that healing limit break. But
Oh yeah, they've changed that for sure. Yeah,
I
I
wish Bard was like Bard in 11 though. Like I would have rather that than fucking Ranger slash
using
Bard.
different musical instruments too.
Oh yeah. Well, enfeebling your party members and not enfeebling, enhancing your party members and enfeebling the monsters. Like that's what I thought Bard was going to turn into, but it just nope.
Yeah, I want to play Bard just so I can like learn how to play like music, like those people just do. I don't know how they do it. I know they'd use macros to make it sound right, but I just want to do it.
Wait, you have to be a bard to do that shit?
I think so,
You
right?
have to have like the weapon or
Oh,
whatever it
so
is.
you just have to get to level 30 and do it.
or something like that.
Yeah.
Hey DJ.
What up? What up?
What's up, DJ? Bard and Corsair are pure support classes, so it was awesome. at
Oh,
11.
Corsair. I was
Corsair.
like, yeah, I was like, what is it? I knew that was from 11. I just couldn't remember what it was. Corsair is kind of the like pirate gambler, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of like how Astrologian kind of works with the cards.
Got it.
Oh my gosh, make him play Astrologian, someone.
He's also gotta wait till level 50 though.
Dang it!
Yeah. I think you should play Dark Knight. Is that you can channel all your angst. Also, the Dark Knight storyline, from what I've heard, is really good. So you might
Just
actually like it.
copy Nate entirely. Just be the
Yeah.
brooding. I'm the underling of Salt. Like,
Exactly.
You can't make him play 11 though. Lloyd will enjoy it.
Yeah, he'll enjoy it too
I'm
much.
pretty much already done with 11. I got
Oh, you
my
finished?
relic. Well, I finished everything except for Seekers, and I have no drive to finish Seekers, if that makes any sense.
I feel
There's
like
no incentive to.
is Seekers the one where they go to like a new island and it's like you
Yeah,
have to
they go
explore it?
to Yubuka.
That's when we stopped playing. Actually, I think that's when Callie and I
That's-
stopped playing.
Like, the expansion's okay for like leveling, and the lore's kind of cool. It's just presented really shittily.
Yeah,
Like,
that's
it's one of the weakest 11
yeah.
expansions. The rest of them are great though.
Yeah, because we definitely did the first one, I forget what it's called, and Chains of Promathia, and I feel like we did another one.
You did Rise of Xylar, and you probably
Yeah.
did Chains of Promathia,
Yep.
and maybe Treasures of Ottergon.
I think we did Treasures of Ottergon. I think is that the one where you get the weird mithril lady that gets like all pissy with you?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
Treasures.
I hated her. Anyway, yeah, we did Treasures, and then what's the one with the dancer half elf? Spoilers.
That is Wings of the Goddess.
Yep, when we did Wings of the Goddess, because that's Callie's favorites. We did Wings of the
Yeah,
Goddess
it's one
as well.
of the better ones. Like the storytelling in Wings of the Goddess was really interesting because you got to actually see what led up to the first part of the game, and I really love that about it. But it was also the downfall of the game where like they started like right after that is like Abyssea and all that, and people started like jumping off and bad storytelling happened. But I loved fucking Rhapsodies of Anadil. Like that was such a great storyline to kind of sum
Is
up.
that the timey-wimey one?
Timey-wimey.
That's Wings of the Goddess.
Oh, sorry, sorry. Yes, I know that one's timey-wimey, but doesn't someone come from the future?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So I played. So this is what was kind of confusing, and part of the reason I think I had a hard time following along. So Callie had a plan of how to get us to level 99 as fast as possible, and part of that plan was to play parts of Rhapsodies. And so what we would do is we would start to finish an expansion and then do a part of Rhapsodies, because Rhapsodies wouldn't unlock or keep going until you finish certain expansions, because it builds upon them. And so we would go from an expansion to Rhapsodies, where it'd be like, someone just came from the future, isn't that a big deal? Oh, we're gonna go back to this. Oh, there's more happening. And we didn't continue. But I mean, I remember the joke I made when I first played 11, because one of the things about 11 that I think is good for right now, but was really tough for me when I first started playing, is that every expansion's available to you from the word go, and you can choose whatever one you want to play. And I got really confused because how they would open is, as you guys probably know, you go to a random spot and you get a cutscene that's supposed to kind of be a prequel to the expansion. Yeah. And I swear to God, I was like, I can't. How many world apocalypses are happening? There's 4 right now, and I can't keep them straight.
Yeah, you walk into Lower Juno for the first time, and everything's on fire.
Yeah.
In 5 different cutscenes. And you're like, Jesus Christ.
And I meet Shantoto, and then I see that apparently she's going to try to end the world. So I'm like, wait, can we actually trust her? Why are we talking to her? I was very confused. So that was interesting. But yeah, they're interesting stories. That's for sure. I think Chains of Promathia, I had a hard time with at first, but the problem was the problem was that they were doing a lot of hinting at the story, and I didn't realize that I wasn't supposed to know the shit yet. So I'd be like, what's happening? And I'd be like, it's fine, you can wait. I'm like, no, I can't. I don't understand what's happening. And then 15 minutes later, I'd be like, oh,